Here we are,
Yep.
Wednesday night in the room podcast.
Yo,
Tommy Shayhood, what's up, my man?
we are back.
Yeah, we took last week off. We did not. All right.
Seems like every time we're in here, excuse me, for the past couple of weeks, it's been 2 weeks since
Taking some time off.
off season. Yeah, now that summer's over, we'll start cranking.
I'm going to share this to a few places. So, Tommy, let's talk about your weekend, man. I went to the fights Friday.
Nice.
I'll let you go first because I'm a mouthful right
Yeah.
now. So, how was your weekend?
This weekend was pretty low key, which was good. Those fights were pretty awesome. I was checking out all the highlights and that. You know, very happy about all those wins and everything that went down at those fights.
You had John Duma, of course, from
Yep.
Triforce.
Yep.
Was there any other Triforce guys or anyone else on that
I
card?
don't think so.
So, how excited are you for John
He's
Duma,
pumped.
man?
Bring the title to the gym. You know.
Well, there was a stream. Did you get to see? Would you just watch highlights from us?
Yeah, and
from the
you
Women
guys,
MMA?
and also my other guys that were in there that
Oh,
were
that's
kind of
right.
blasting it.
Yeah, they were all blasting it all
Yep.
over the place.
Yep, that was cool.
I'm still sharing this. Sorry, people. It's what
Share
I'm
it
going to do right here. What else? Yeah, the fights were they were good. They were good. I thought they were going to be, there was a lot of fights that fell through
Yeah.
at the end there, which happens, but whoa, they were
Happens
just
a
like
lot.
dropping like flies.
Yeah.
Weigh-ins, Johnny Cupcakes the next day.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. He
we-
seemed like he had a health scare, which
we
is
got
scary.
the call that he wasn't going to make the show. So,
He seems like he's recovering though.
how excited are you for John Duma, man? We know the mics are working.
Yeah, we
so
know
that's
that the
good.
audio's coming through.
It's fucking great. So yeah, and I'm not watching my feeds, people. If you want to, message me, do
Chat in,
I
yeah.
don't know what the fuck.
We
it's
glance
called.
over, then I'm like, is someone talking shit? Yeah.
Yeah. If I see it out of the blue,
Yeah.
like, what? Fuck, the whole show goes fucking off charts. So yeah, the fights, man. Speaking off charts, not only we were all media. It was Lars, Travis, Jeff, and myself at Combat FC. It was my birthday.
Yeah.
That's right.
That
It
day
my
was your birthday? Happy birthday, by the
Thank
way. I
you,
said it to
buddy.
you when it was the day, but
Thank you very much. And I was feeling no pain Friday night.
yep.
I ate some mushroom gummies.
Nice.
Ate a half of one of those 100-milligram edibles.
Well,
Smoked
Purple Alien?
Purple Alien. Thank you so much, Mike. Smoked a lot of pre-rolls.
nice.
And drank, about 4 or 5 beers.
Nice.
I didn't need much from that.
At the fights?
but yes.
Nice.
So I interviewed people. All those interviews. all those interviews. I think I did 4 of them. Them interviews. I was under the influence of everything natural.
You are a fucking wild boy.
Everything fucking natural, and it was my birthday,
That's beautiful.
dude.
Were you feeling good? Were you
I
feeling
was
good with the
feeling
interviews?
Good, man. I was zoning out.
Yep.
I was like catching myself, just like
Laughing.
and just looking at something and
Ah,
just
yeah.
like going off for like
That's
2
crazy.
minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I would as I'm looking at it, I would say to myself, "Wow, look, I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is pretty cool." Caught myself doing this.
Like, why is there all smiley faces
Yeah.
in that wall?
And then Jeff and I worked the floor
Yep.
all night.
Cool.
Fighters were coming up to us. Some fighters I haven't seen in a while,
Mm-hmm.
and we networked, man.
Nice.
I was introducing Jeff to anyone that didn't know him, and how about that Kyle Hill debut? Kyle Hill, the head kick. I'm going to show things on Instagram.
Yep. Pull some stuff up.
That we have from our New England Mixed Martial Arts page, but I just want to recap a little with Tommy. But I'll be showing some stuff from that night from Combat FC and our page and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was that John Duma knockout was
Yeah.
pretty fierce.
Sure. Yeah, he didn't even have to break his nose to do
No,
it.
yeah, exactly. Kyle Hill, like this gentleman is saying, what a combo! I made a reel out of it, and I put the Jaws music to it.
Oh, yeah.
It fucking fits so well.
That's good.
It fits so well. I was like looking for the perfect spot of the Jaws music, and it kind of matched it up. Kind of fit. It was
That's
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and look
Yeah,
at that.
it came out really good. Everyone enjoyed it. So
Funny.
So yeah, and then Lars, Jeff, and I and myself went out after. Like it was late. We were
Yeah.
looking for any place to get something to eat. We ended up at some place for last call and had a couple of beers there,
Cool.
and then we all made our journey home.
That was out in Wilmington, right?
Wilmington,
Yeah,
yes. It
yeah.
is 1 hour. It's about an hour from my house, but it took me an hour and 40 minutes Friday afternoon
To get
to
there.
drive
Yeah,
there.
sure,
It
because
was
the traffic.
fucking horrible.
Yeah, that's tough. Friday afternoon, going up north.
There was like every accident, it would say
course.
10-minute delay, 12-minute delay, and then you would think, all right, by the time I get to that accident, like 20 miles away, it'll probably be some like but another one would show up
Sure.
and
Oh, yeah.
you'd like 7 minutes delay, and you'd be like, oh
Fridays are tough.
God.
Yeah.
But I did take an edible halfway in the trip,
Nice.
which I thought it would hit me by the time I got there. It hit me half, 3/4 of the way in.
Okay, so you're feeling
I
it.
was I was starting to feel it.
Yep.
That good stuff. So I had a great night.
When did you take the shrooms?
It's a
When you
great
got there and
birthday.
shit?
We took the shrooms, yes.
Yep. The gummies.
I'm not. Yeah, the gummies.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you who had them or
no,
whatever, but
not at all.
there was a couple of us on them, and they were terrible. Like I was almost throwing. One time I almost choked.
Yeah.
And died. I think I was already like tripping.
Yeah.
On the and then we were just laughing because I said, suppose that you imagine if I fucking died with a mushroom gummy in my throat right at the door of Combat
Why were you
FC.
choking on it? Did it taste bad?
It was hot, and I couldn't
Yeah.
get it down. I had cotton mouth and
Yeah.
everything, and it got stuck right here. I'm like, I'm gonna die on my birthday with a friggin'
Hey,
mushroom
That's
gummy in my throat.
It's almost poetic.
So, Jesus. All right. So, well, anyway, while we're here, let's get to we'll show some Combat FC stuff from
Yep.
Saturday. Let me just make sure.
Place was partying. Place was jamming.
Yeah, I was surprised for the amount of fights that fell through,
Mm-hmm.
and the crowd. I was like, I didn't notice like a fight through, but this is only my second card there. They don't open the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have the fightos warm up, so that's like a lot of the bleachers. But the main spots where I saw, they were pretty filled up.
Sure.
Maybe the VIP
Kind of small, right?
Maybe
Kind of small.
No.
No, big.
It's fucking huge
Okay.
in there.
Okay.
It's like an auditorium. It's like a gymnasium, like a
doubt.
huge friggin' college gymnasium. You know
Okay.
what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's bleachers on both sides, and then the cages in the middle, and then there's VIP tables all around it, and then there's other chairs. I think I'm not sure on the other.
Those chairs
side.
might not have been there. You might have just been hallucinating.
Fucking, I don't know. All right, so we're gonna get to
Chairs are talking to you.
Fucking things were talking to me. Let me tell you. A lot of things. Jeff was like dying. He's like, everyone. I'm like, I'm the mayor. They're all coming up to me.
Yeah.
It was one time we were getting a beer, and everyone shows up at the beer.
Oh yeah.
friggin' day.
And in between fights.
And then Brett Martin from Neff, who had just won the title, the area amateur title, like 3 weeks ago or so, 2 or 3 weeks ago, he came up to me to say hi with another dude, Felipe Gunter, from his team that won his professional debut. So I got these two young kids coming up to me, and I'm like, hey, what's up? What's up? And then all of a sudden I look at my fucking, and then I got like 5 more guys. I got all the guys from Walter Catito and all those guys
Oh, yeah,
coming
see you,
up,
Mike.
and I'm like, I felt like and hey, Steve, I was
Nice.
like, you're all my kids.
Nice.
It
Yeah,
felt
exactly.
so, and I was like tripping.
You whacked out.
I was tripping. I was in good mood. I was in good mood.
You were talking and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gift the gap.
Yeah.
Fucking until I like sat at the table in my
Yeah. And then you start.
I went
fucking-
into my,
You
like,
start thinking about things.
my 3-minute like just zone.
yeah.
Just doing this. My
Staring at the
camera.
wall.
My just camera holding it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I could work on that like that.
I got it done though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was chasing fighters down.
Yeah.
It's cool. All right, let's get it. Fuck me. All right.
Let's get some footage of you out there,
Not for
fucking
the drugs. No, I
cross-eyed.
don't take selfies or any of that shit.
No, but it's
anymore.
other people
Kind of stopped doing it. Yeah, I wish people friggin' caught me. a
zooming
little
in on
bit.
you, staring in the fucking.
It would have
cup,
been great. No
staring
one
into your
done. Why
cup.
wouldn't anyway? Because they probably didn't want to incriminate me or something.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. Oh, there it is. All right. So let me get to our page. Here we are. All right. Oh no, I'll go to Combat FC. They got all the good stuff. All right. All right. So I'll start from kind of the beginning, I guess, and I'll just shoot through that page. All right. So let me get over here. Boop boop. There we go. Blow it up, and we'll scroll through some of the shit here. Let me put the mic up. All right, Jolico won the. All right, so I'm nowhere near where I have to be here. All right, Steve, move the fucking thing. There we go. So Jolico got a triangle choke, like quick into the
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah.
first
You got a
round.
belt, right?
Yeah, he got the featherweight amateur belt. Good for him.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a really good dude. So why is that doing that like that now? So there he is, winning the belt. How do I get out of this, Tommy? Where's the X? There it is. So let me actually put sound on. So there's John Duma. Oh, that's why. Oh no, that's Jeff Joy. Thought that was John Duma. Jeff Joy, he had a great fight. All right, we'll just do this. That's Kyle Hill, who had a great fucking fight.
That's the one you put the shark music to?
Yeah, I don't know if it's on our
Oh, your Instagram or something.
It's cool when they're right at the cage like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, those seats should be reserved for cameras.
Yeah, I'm not gonna show everything here.
Yeah.
Takes forever. But they got a good thing going on over there,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
Really good thing going on over there. Hey, oh, there's fucking sorry. Watch me get shut out. There's already comments on my YouTube. Sorry. I think it's. Oh, all right. So that's awesome. Nick's watching from YouTube. From Nick from Cage Titans, the
Oh,
media
nice.
guy, Nick Haler.
Yep.
And he's just said I almost Hendrixed
Oh,
myself.
jeez. When you were talking about choking on the
Yeah,
fucking
like
mushroom.
no, just and dying on a
Yeah.
heavy drug of
That would be fitting.
Can you imagine that? Oh, that fucking John Bottom died. Fucking.
Oh, yeah,
choking
all
on
those
Bonham,
guys, all those
fucking
guys.
Keith Moon.
Yeah.
All the drummers.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Drummers fucking dying.
Well, then there's like
Imagine that.
Janis Joplin.
suck.
Jimmy wasn't a drummer, you know.
Who?
Jimi Hendrix.
No.
Maybe he could probably drum.
Yeah, I'm sure he could. I'm sure he's good enough. Why don't I just make this smaller, Steve, and then fucking everything will work out. There you go, Steve. You're smartening up. You know what's going on. But they had a great show. They had a fucking fabulous show. Let me get to that. Well, there's John Duma's knockout, I do believe.
Oh yeah.
That was
Beautiful.
nuts. I felt bad. I mean, Jake's
cool.
they didn't even show it. They're saving it. They want you to. He had a nice spinning back kick, Jake, and he went. He
They were trying. They went.
put it on John.
Yeah, they were moving.
Put it on John. You can't even see. So, all right. So that fight. Oh, is that it? Oh, I think they're gonna show the Kyle Hill knockout right here.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, man. Here it is. I'm gonna show it again, Tommy. Sorry. You'll be able to see it.
Yeah, he did.
Unreal. That was a fantastic finish with that left hook, and then right into that head kick was unbelievable. A walk-away head kick knockout win for Kyle.
Tough.
That was great.
Yep. That's nice.
All right, so let me see if I can get to my our stories. And no, that's Combat FC. So we'll go to mine because I think our stories still have. Oh no! Hey, might as well get it. Randy Costa against Jason Knight at Gamebred
Saw that.
FC on November 10th.
So that's nice.
That's pretty cool. That just popped up right there. Fucking good for him. But yeah, that video's gone. It's gone, bro.
Oh yeah, because of the
Yeah,
story.
you got to go see it on our Facebook if you want to see it. So it was a good night, man.
Yep.
Had some good interviews. Right there. If I was on mushrooms. Let's hear John Dumas. You want me to? This is when I was peaking, because this was after the main
You're
event,
fucking wild.
right?
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's go.
Let's see.
Here we go.
We're here with John Duma, the
You fucking suck.
Combat FC new pro bantamweight champion, man. Yes, sir. John, man, what a round. Man, that had everything in
I can tell you're cooked.
Talk about it, bro. How'd you feel in there? And talk about the fight itself, man.
Not so much.
It was a ton of fun. You know, Jake's
I think I might be a little slower.
Yeah, your voice might be a little not so bassy, you know. Yeah. You're trying to get the words
It
out.
was a ton of fun, man. This crowd was awesome. Everything was great. Yeah.
Well, John, you know, there was one point in that fight he came blitzing at you, caught you with a couple of things. Hit the ground, you know, he's trying to take you out pretty quick in there because we know that you have that experience and you've been in there in those long fights. What were you feeling in there? And, you know, you got up and got back.
I don't even know how you form
When that
sentences
blitz
because
came,
my
what was the
sentence
thoughts
is
in your mind?
shut off halfway.
You know, just stay calm, cool, and collected.
I'm pulling it
Yeah,
off,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. You're trying hard. You can tell.
Just keep it together and do what I got to do. Go back to my fundamentals. Go back to my jiu-jitsu, and that's what we did. And you know, same things I do every day at in the gym and with Pete, and everybody instills in me. That's what I did.
Well, my
I broke
friend,
something.
there was a lot of banter going on in there between you guys in there, man.
Yeah, it was all friendly though.
Yeah,
all
it was
cool.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Not that we want to elaborate on what was said in there, but man, that
Nothing
looked
was
like
said, man. We were just smiling.
I
at each
so
other.
wanted to get something out
Yeah.
of it.
honest and
Nothing was
best
said, he
entertaining
says.
first round, you know, fights.
Right here, I'm
we've
losing
seen
it.
in some time, man, against two great
You're looking past him.
competitors here, man. As far as what this fight does
Look
for
at that,
you,
the
you know,
guy's
you
clean
have
up.
to get back on the winning
Like
track.
a wall.
What's the key for you moving forward as far as your career heading into 2024?
I even fucking remember that you right here.
Working to get in the UFC. It's been the goal since the start. That's what we're going to continue doing, and that's it, man.
Well, my man, Combat FC champion here, bantamweight, man, that helps a lot with the eyes. And you redeem yourself after a close decision loss to Joe Pennyfield back in another title fight, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, there's so much opportunity out there to fight in other promotions and stuff like that. But on your thoughts about Combat FC and
This is
fighting
it.
for the first time for them, what was your thoughts?
Had to give
about
Combat
tonight?
FC a
And
plug, right?
Everything was awesome. Super professional promotion.
All right, pop his name in there after at the end.
Ton of fun, man. Can't wait to come back.
We're here with John.
All right, my
Cool.
man.
Cool.
That's it, bro.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Dude,
You're hanging on by the reality.
it was the end of the night.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
my last one, man.
That's funny.
Dude, who else could pull that
That was
off?
good. Yeah, right. You're natural.
Who the fuck else could pull that off on all the substances I was on? I was on nothing bad.
No.
Shroom gummies, some edibles, some weed, and some beers
Perfect, dude.
on my birthday.
Yeah, on your
It's
birthday.
your birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. They didn't sing happy birthday to you in there?
No, no one gives a fuck about me. Come on, really?
Of course they do. You said everyone
The
was coming up
fighters
to.
did. All the
Yeah.
fighters knew. The fighters are all coming up to me saying
Yeah.
happy birthday. Mike Jolica, who won
Yep.
that title at
Yep.
amateur, it was his birthday.
Oh wow, same day.
And yeah,
Nice.
and we talked about it was, and then
Probably
Rick
third-
Horn, another fighter on there. It was his birthday
No
as
shit.
well.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it was a good fucking night, man.
Good.
So
Sounds like a party.
who's this? All right, so I'm looking at right now we're talking about who's going to be going to Cage Titan 61.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's a 2-hour and 45-minute drive for fucking
To Plymouth?
for Dylan to drive.
Oh,
to
yeah?
Plymouth, $400 hotel.
Oof, in Plymouth?
Yeah.
Jeez. You all should sleep in the same tent or something.
Well, it's only an hour away from me, but we might get a room because I
He's
might
coming
be doing,
from Connecticut?
Yeah, I might
Yeah.
be doing mushrooms again.
Yeah, Jesus. You're a wild boy.
So I might, I might.
Yeah,
not
it's
wanna-
why are tickets hotels so expensive? It is.
It's Plymouth,
Yeah.
and the fights are going on, so everything's kind of sold out, probably.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But I only live on, 55 minutes, and by the time the fights and the after party, I mean, I don't get blitzed at the after. I'm kind of coming down
Yeah.
after that. I'm ready to eat Burger King or whatever.
Yeah, I was down in that neighborhood over the weekend.
Plymouth?
Yeah, it was just we were hanging out on the beach and shit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Imagine this is my weather right now.
Yeah.
It's starting to get it's sweatshirt weather now.
Yeah,
I fucking love it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
The heat
great
kind of.
sweatpants.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of cold out there in the mornings. It was just cold out there.
I
It was
love it.
it was warm during the day, but once that sun goes down,
Yeah, my nipples get hard. out there.
Jesus.
It's fucking great,
nice.
dude. So all right, so Cage Titan 61
Yep.
is this weekend, and as far as I'm hearing, there are a few announcements being made. The one announcement that I thought was going to be made was the Randy Costa. I thought he would be fighting for Cage Titans, because this fight fell through, and he started with Cage Titans, and you figure Michael, hey, jump
him out.
on the next card. You know what I mean? We'll help. We'll get you a fight.
He's already ready.
And I heard he was going to get on the next fight, and they were going to announce it Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
But Gamebred came calling, and it's definitely a more eyes,
Sure, yeah. Yeah, that's a
more,
big one.
more money, and Brady Costa going through a whole training camp, his last training camp. He didn't get, his pay for fighting.
Yeah, it sucks.
Win. I don't know about his ticket sales. If he got money for, he didn't fight. So
Yeah.
I don't know how this works out for him financially, but I'm sure it's not good at all. You know what I mean? His sponsors put money into him for the fights and blah blah blah. So now he had to get another fight, and he wants to get back to the UFC. So
Yeah. He needs to do it. That's
know,
that's a good way, like you said, to get some eyes on him for that UFC return.
and he's fighting Jason Knight, who was in the UFC, who is a brawler, was a bare knuckle boxing, fucking is
the Ultimate Fighter, right?
yeah, he's on everything.
Yeah.
So it's going to
Good.
be a brawl.
Yeah, good.
I just was hoping he didn't go to BKFC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, that's the last of the stops on your train ride. You know what I mean? In your career.
Yeah.
You're going to get money made there, and you might be successful, but
You're going to take some shots.
make it all the way
That bare knuckle shit's
to
crazy.
the end of your career when you jump on that.
Even with that Mazda Vidal stuff, that bare knuckle shit is wild.
It is crazy, but at least you can try for a takedown when you get.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when it's
shelled up,
MMA,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Like
I-
Joe Penfield got
Yeah.
fucking.
Oh,
they
he got-
both beat the fuck out of each
Yeah,
other.
but his last fight,
Yeah.
he got fucking.
Yeah, he lost,
He
but
got. That's the worst I've seen
Yeah.
Joe get.
well, that's the thing with the bare
He
knuckle.
doesn't really get taken out. You know
No.
what I mean? He got fucking taken out. But well, kudos to him. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Guy fights every other week.
He'll be back.
What was I gonna look for here? Cage Titans. All right.
Yeah, some
So-
announcements.
Yeah, because they got a press conference tomorrow. They had their open workouts on
Saturday. No,
no,
Sunday.
No. When was it?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I was down there.
So let's get to some of their stuff right here. We'll get to the open workouts and then we'll work our way from there. How's that sound?
Sounds
All right,
good.
so let me get here. I don't know if I can play the music though. I won't play it loud because I'll get fucking
I get flagged.
yeah. These are reels and shit, so they can do that on there.
Yeah.
But Cage Titans, as you know, they had an open workout with Mr. Sevenson there, Jay Curley, Connor Barry,
Jay Curley's a Mansfield kid.
yeah,
Yep.
Joey Guns. Look, even Joe Giannetti was there.
Yep. That Povera?
No, that's Joe Giannetti.
No, I know, but like
Oh,
looked
I
like
thought you
Pov-
were thinking that was
Yeah,
Paul John.
no.
Povera. Yeah, if you had another 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Fucking Povera. He's like, fucking
Yeah,
100
no.
pounds, you asshole.
He wishes.
All right, so let's go up. All right, so that was the open workout. So if you missed it, go to Cage Titans, go to their pages, and it'll be there for you. So let's go. Let's go backwards here. All right, some pictures of the open workout. Pete Luciani, that's Joe's main coach there. And speaking of Joe, there he is guillotine someone to death. And
Oh, damn.
all right, here we go again. All right, so this is Connor Matthews' little thing. And as we know, Connor Matthews will be on the Contender Series on October 10th.
Okay. I was watching
October
that last
10th.
night and wondering when that date was.
Yeah, he's shooting his things now, or he did already last week. And so there's going to be little things coming out.
Teasers.
Look at fucking Pete Luciani. He's fucking out of his mind.
That, like, he looks like Nick Haler. I always think that's him. Doesn't it look like Nick?
Yeah, he's
Long hair and stuff.
Yeah, a little bit.
At a glance, I always think
Yeah,
it's him.
no, I could see it.
Like, I can tell it's
definitely
not.
see it.
I'm like, Jesus, that kid's stepping in the ring.
Pete fought Dion Rubio
Yeah.
in a fucking great fight, as they were amateurs when they were amateurs. And Pete, I don't think Pete fought after that, unless it was like Muay Thai or something. But Pete's pretty fucking game, man. Oh, nice. Oh, you're seeing the delay over there. Watch this kick. Watch. Boop.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Some,
nice,
some
right?
Bruce Lee shit.
All right, so I'm going the wrong way. All right, I'm waiting for someone to complain about Cage Titans, me showing Cage Titans.
Oh, yeah.
shit.
They always will.
Hassan Graham, who will be fighting like that. All right, so Mike Pavet's here.
Fight week. We're at the Cage Titans Dungeon Studio. We're about to go live. We're going to break down all 17 fights going down this Saturday night. Cage Titans 61. We got a banger of a fight card. I'll
Dungeon,
never
he
say
says.
this is the best one ever, but this fight card's pretty damn good, Andy.
You say you're never gonna say that, but I feel like you say it every show after show after show. And here you go, throwing lightweights on top of a heavyweight co-main event. That's how stacked this one is. So
Well, you never know what you're going to get. We're going live at 8-ish, and we're going to break it all down. Every fighter, tune in, because you know you want to hear about your fights, and we're going to give our breakdown and talk a little bit and give some chance to the fans to hop on in and throw some comments, tell us what fight you're looking for.
So that was Monday night. If you
you gotta tune in on Spectation Sports.
if you want to hear about all Cage Titans matchups and all that good stuff, Cage Titans had Table Titans Monday night, where they broke down all the fights. So here we go. Oh, this is helpful. This is where I want to be. So right here shows you all everything going on in the next couple of days. So let me put that
for
low.
there,
We don't
for the
need
Cage
fucking
Titan
Joe
schedule?
and, John Anik fucking screaming in our ears. So if because this will be on Spotify, so you won't be able to see this. So the press conference is at it's tomorrow at 1 p.m. It's also streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Cage Titans, YouTube and Facebook, and it'll be at Proof 22. I do believe that's the brewery, not too far.
Yeah, that's where I was
From,
at on Sunday. That's where I
Thursday.
was eating dinner.
All right.
Yeah.
There you
We
go.
just
How was
walked in
that
there.
place? Let's give it a plug, Tommy.
Yeah, it
Let's
was
throw it
actually
out
pretty
there.
good. Yeah, we walked in. They said it was going to be a long wait because it was busy. We said that's fine. We'll sit by the window and we'll sip on a beer. And it wasn't a long wait. It was good, and it was definitely good enough. I'll say that much.
All right, there you go.
Yep.
So Proof 22, there you go. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. the press conference. If tune in, because if you are just a spectator, you can ask questions on the feed, and Mike and staff will look at the questions and they'll throw them out there. So your question might get thrown to one of these gentlemen tomorrow night.
And they're pretty good with getting that.
Yeah,
you know?
they are. They're very good. Now, look at this. They're doing fucking. Cage Titans is on the top for doing shit like this.
In New England.
Promoting
Oh, yeah.
all their stuff.
Oh,
so. Ceremonial weigh-ins. Who's this? The Room Podcast. Oh, that's us. Ceremonial weigh-ins will be at 1 p.m. at where is that? At Plymouth Memorial Hall. So we all know how that goes, and also that'll be streaming on Facebook. And who's calling me? I'm free if you want a quick call in. Oh my God, Mike Polvere. Yeah, Mike. Mike, all right, let me talk to you.
Speaking of promotion,
All right, I just got to tell him which page. All right, there you go, Mike Polvere out of there. Let's see, let's fucking get Mike Polvere up here.
you never know what's going to happen
Let's
in the room.
go.
Never know who's going to show up.
All right, let me get this out of here. And let me get this back up. And let me find Mike Polvere. Because we'll get the source right here.
Maybe he's got some beans.
I got him out of here. I'll hit him up right now. Is that him? Yeah. So I just said yo. I should get him here now. Oh, there he is. I gotta change his name, everything. Cause we were gonna have a fighter call in, but it looks like he can't make it, and that's how it goes.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Improvise.
Fuck. If Mike wants to call in.
My wife is listening right now, and she said Proof 22. That's funny because we were there the other day, and when you said that's where it's happening, it was going on in my head because we were thinking, what the fuck does Proof 22 mean? It's not 22 proof like liquor because that's not strong, So just funny. It's a funny name, funny universe. She said.
So it's all craft beer, right?
It's some. It's not all. They got like taps
Like Miller Lite?
probably.
No, they don't. Fucking.
I would imagine that they have Miller Lights or Bud Light or Budweiser, or whatever pee you want to drink.
Like this right here.
Yeah. I'm drinking. I can get
All
it.
right. So Mike Pulver said 5 minutes.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah. So we can get back to Instagram here, and we can check out more above.
Damn.
That wasn't that big.
Damn.
There's nothing in my belly but like 5 sips of beer
fuck
and some
suds.
tea. So
I've been drinking a lot more tea than beer at night.
are you?
Yeah, it's nice. Some green tea before bed.
Green tea
Yeah.
is the best, buddy.
Yep, or herbal
It's
tea.
fucking good
Nice.
stuff. All right, so what are we doing here? We're back to this until Mike Polvier comes on. He's probably doing some last minute shit. So
Yeah, probably last minute, a
we
lot
can
of shit.
just, we can get to his stuff here. All right. So yeah, I don't know what I'm.
She
doing.
she just messaged me and said it's 22 Main Street for Proof 22, so that's probably why they do that.
Oh, so it is
Yeah.
right down the fucking
Yeah,
street.
yeah, it's
from
right there.
All right.
Stone's throw. Say.
I don't know why this ain't shrinking anymore. But yeah, what happened here? I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, I made it huge. Look at that. It's fucking huge. All right, so let me just change Mike's. Say something, Tommy.
Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Let me get Mike Polvier's shit here.
You probably got that shit on speed dial anyway, you know, all the name, everything.
No, I got to change this one because I had someone else calling in
Oh, yeah.
and they're not here, so I got to put his.
Put it all in.
I spelled his name too.
Like promotion that likes to spell the fighters' names wrong on the cards.
Or say him wrong.
Yeah, I
Or
say it
fucking-
wrong. Or not even fucking play the fights.
What are you trying to say, Tommy?
I'm not trying to say anything.
You trying to cause some troubles here?
Never, never. They probably don't even hear us anyway.
No, they pay attention. Believe me. How did I get blocked?
That's what I'm saying. Are we blocked?
Fucking blocked. All right, is Kate? All right, I don't know. Let me see.
You watched the Contender Series last night?
No, I didn't. You know what, Tommy? I haven't watched the Contender Series since one of our guys. It wasn't one of our guys on. I forgot.
This year?
Earlier, or they haven't been on. I think I watched the first show.
Yeah.
That was it.
I don't know if it was one of our guys. It was all right. I can't remember any of the guys' names, but there was a couple girl fights.
Oh, so you've been watching the
I
Contender
watched it
Series.
last night. Yeah, it was just on. I fell asleep during it, so it's good. It's always super young up and comers. That's why I like those ones. It's kind of like the UFC fight nights too. It's always like the up and comers, so they're hungry. There's always good fights.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's the most exciting thing.
Yes.
Just like when amateurs are on the cards,
Mhm,
like
yeah.
in local MMA, you
Yep.
know that there's going to be some
Some bangers.
some really
Yep. They want to make a statement.
high paced killing in there. So
Give me all that.
we're going backwards here. We're back on Cage Titans Instagram here. They got Amanda Ferreira. I was hanging out with her on Friday night.
Nice.
You
who's
remember
some
her
of
from
people's-
coming down the show?
Yeah, she came here a couple times, right?
Oh, there's Mike Polvere. Let's get Mike Polvere on here. I don't see his speaker. Let me get that out of the way. Maybe because yeah, I don't know where he is.
All I see is a black screen.
I'll call him. I'll call him. Sounds like he connected. There he is. What's up, Michael?
Hey,
How are you, buddy?
what's up, my man?
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm actually sitting out front of Stop and Shop, waiting for Mr. Michael Dufort to come out.
No
The
shit.
Canadian man, the Canadian man has landed. We just shot a quick promo with him over at the Jetty in Plymouth, and bringing him to get some groceries. And I saw you guys talking about the fights, and I was like, oh, maybe give my buddy Steve a call.
Excellent. Yeah, we just saw the promo. I think it was him. We just played it right before you came on here. I think you got it up pretty quick, right?
Yeah, his plane landed about 5 o'clock today. Then obviously Boston traffic and stuff. He got back to the hotel about 6:45. we filmed that probably about an hour ago, and there you have it. It's already up there promoting it.
Well, Mike, before you messaged and said, "Hey, I'm around, man," we were showing up. What's going on as far as tomorrow press conference, weigh-ins times? We didn't get the fight night and all that other stuff, so we have you here to give us what it said on that poster, man. So tomorrow, big press conference, and as we see the main event, half the main event is definitely going to be part of that press conference. To get to him real quick, I mean, Mike's been around fighting for like pretty big organizations, pretty successful. What's he think of you guys so far, man? He's getting driven around right now. He's got press conference tomorrow. What's going on?
Man, honestly, this guy, I don't want to spoil it for the New England fans, but like, listen, he's a good dude. He's super nice. He actually said to me, and again, I've only been interacting with him for the last hour and a half, maybe. And he already said, he's like, I fought for PFL and some big organizations. He's like, man, is there anything you don't do? He goes, this is the best promotion I've seen. Cause he came to the show in July. And then obviously here, he's been super complimentary. And then he has a teammate with him that he's already saying, can we get him on the next card, at 170 as an amateur? He's a 3-0 amateur, his buddy Ian. So yeah, man, it's been a good experience. He's a super nice guy. I hate to spoil it for New England, but we'll definitely play up the bad guy role in the press conference.
Yeah, get him a Bruins t-shirt.
Yeah, get him a Bruins t-shirt. Maybe someone does. Maybe you just
I bet you they
spoiled
do.
us out of that
yeah,
one.
I bet you they do.
As far as the card,
Well,
go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, the funny part is that he came with the Habs jersey, but a lot of people might, if they became fans of him on his Instagram after that, which they probably didn't, the next day, he stayed an extra 3 days in Boston after the last event. And he was at Fenway Park the next day at a Red Sox game.
Nice.
So,
Not with a Habs jersey, though, right?
Hey, Michael, will there be any Bruins in attendance at Cage Titan 61?
Ooh, good question.
Oh, man, I wish we could have pulled something off, but they just got into camp.
Yep.
I think if you saw Marshawn, shout out to Marshawn, who was named the captain. And today, I think they announced it. But, yeah, they're in camp right now, getting ready for the season. So I don't believe any Bruins will be in attendance. I know Milan Lucic was resharing some of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know some big hockey websites have actually picked this up, the whole Suzuki jersey and that thing. So there won't be any attendance to my knowledge, but you never know.
You never know.
Well, Mike, I probably only have you on for limited time. I always say that, but we do have half the main event who's going to get in the car and say, hey, let's get the fuck out of here. I want to get to my hotel room and all this other
Let's
shit.
talk to him.
But until we get there, and we will have a word with him, but until we get there, Mike, man, we just put the poster out there. You have all the information as far as what's going on in the next few days. Tomorrow you got the press conference, who's going to be there, what time, and how do people, not just media, if some fans want to, chime in and ask a question, how they all do that.
Yeah, I heard Tommy mention that he went there this past weekend, and so press conference tomorrow is at Proof 22. Actually, Proof 22 is a restaurant. The brewery is Second Wind Brewery, which has their own tap room. But Proof 22 is where the press conference is. We're going to be going live at 1:00. It is open to the public, so if you want to come by and witness this yourself in person, we love having people there if you want to come because it adds to the vibe. But if not, it's more of a streaming event for all the fans at home to be able to go live and watch these questions. And as you mentioned, Steve, you can go right in the chat and ask questions, and we'll call those questions out as you go. As for who's going to be there, this is super important to me that we always have both sides of the fight card there. And if one guy comes and the other guy can't come, then I don't have either one. It's just something that I firmly believe in. I've seen promotions where they'll do press conferences and events where they only want to pump one side. It's just not something we go for. So Dufort will be there. Joe Giannetti will be there. And we have Ross Hilton, Joshua Marsh as our co-main event, and the heavyweight title fight will be there as well. And then Nate Williams and Zach DiSabatino as our featured lightweight fight. All 6 of those guys will be there. Those are the 3 big fights at the top of the card. And I shout out to the fighters. For instance, Nate Williams, he's getting on a plane at 6 a.m. so that he can be here by 8:30 tomorrow morning. So he'll be here in time for the press conference. We always arrange the scheduling of the flights in order so that they can be there for the press conference. And the only flight out was at 6 a.m. And Nate said to me, he goes, you know what? Screw it. If I got to fly out at 6 to be there, I want to be there. And these out-of-state fighters really enjoy being a part of this, because I don't think that they get that love often when they fight for the home state guys.
Yeah, I remember Nate being here when I met him the first time. I think when he fought Don Shanis, and he was excited and elated to be part of this. And just like when you guys flooded the social media with him and just gave him a lot of support, he was very appreciative, and it makes fighters want to come back. And like you said, I mean, you make connections, Dufort fighting for the first time, but now he's got a trainer partner that he wants to take over here, and it just goes to show you the product that you're putting out there, and how much these fighters adore fighting for Cage Titans. So congratulations again on another great card, and getting some really great names together, Mike. Good stuff, man.
Always good.
And coming out of another regional promotion in New England Fight Week, to have your fight right after, man, and you know what I mean, you're still gonna, the crowd isn't gonna change. It's gonna be huge. It's just great for New England, man. 2 cards in a row. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, we're going to keep that ball rolling. Another funny thing that Dufort mentioned is about the beers. He's like, dude, I'm going to be on a beer. And I'm like, yeah, man, Second Wind Brewing. And then I gave him a sneak peek, actually 42nd Parallel, their lightweight lager. Also, we haven't released the can yet, but it's also featuring Dufort and Giannetti. So Dufort told me his dad's driving down the 5 hours from Montreal. And he's like, I hope that the brewery's got some cases, because my dad's going to buy a bunch of cases of that beer to bring home to Canada. So, yeah, that was one of the other things that he pointed out. He's like, wow, that was so cool that you guys have beer cans. And,
Yeah, those Canadians love
it
the
just
beer.
adds to the event.
Yeah, what were you saying,
The
Tommy?
Canadians love the beer, so that's like fucking the best right there.
Exactly. He's gonna, probably compare it. Probably
Yeah.
have a little
Yeah.
taste test
Sure.
with the crew there, man.
A little Bat Blue.
Yeah, some Molson's.
Well, Mike, man, all right, so next day is weigh-ins. So Friday, as always, weigh-ins, usually 1 o'clock. Is that the same thing going on?
Yeah, so Friday at 1 o'clock is the ceremonial weigh-ins. The official weigh-in started at 11 for the fighters, where they'll do all their tickets and their photos for all the broadcast stuff. And then at 1 o'clock, we go live on stage for the ceremonial weigh-ins. That'll be streamed on Facebook and YouTube. It's always cool, to be able to get the fans to be able to see the weigh-in, the ceremonial weigh-ins, see these guys stare off. It's been so many great moments that have come from this that got the people hyped for the fights. I keep talking about it leading to this fight. I'll never forget Carlos Ballesteros telling Blaze Nichols he smells like bitch. And, they're face to face. They're both making their debuts. And I'm like, holy shit, here we go. And, I wasn't even paying attention to that. I shouldn't say that. I wasn't paying attention, but many people wouldn't have been paying attention to 2 0-0s. And then, bam, they're at the weigh-ins, and that adrenaline kicks in. You give us a moment like that, and now all eyeballs are on that fight. So I really enjoy being able to bring the live stream of the weigh-ins to the fans, because I think they enjoy it.
Excellent. And it's done so well, so really good. And my God, fighters love it. They clip their own thing out there. It's all over Instagram.
People love that. People love watching it. It adds to the show.
It's like 17 different angles of an argument going on or something like that. It's like for everyone from the crowd, behind the scenes. It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, I truly enjoy it. I mean, I think that, for us to be able to peel back the curtain a little bit and show the fighter, the fans, some of these things that unless they're there, they don't necessarily get to see. I tell Nick and our entire team, I want them to feel that they're a part of this. I want them to feel invested in what we do, and really enjoy being a part of it. So and if they can't be there because somebody's working a Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock, they can feel like they're there because they're watching it and they're following along. And like you just said, Steve, we got the front of the camera angle from the front of the stage, but then you got Nick doing the over the shoulder stuff. You got people in the crowd that are also live streaming. So it's just, listen, man, just getting the stuff out there and letting the fighters and the fans really enjoy and take it all in. It's not just about fight night. It's about everything that goes into it.
Excellent. Michael, I'm going to get professional here. We're like, well, Michael, I ran into some fighters Friday night. You know how fighters, they're all over the place. And you got some announcements coming. I'm not going to ask you what exactly they are, but you do have some things you're going to be announcing on Saturday night, a matchup that was already talked about on social media. We'll see Saturday night if that is set in stone. And then there was another one or two that a couple of fighters I bumped into talked about that. Hey, you better be paying attention because we're going to be making an announcement. So what do you got?
Yeah.
2 or 3? What do you got going on for the next card?
Listen, I can tell you, I'll give you the beans of, I got 2 fights that we're 100% announcing. We have a third fight that there's a strong chance of announcing. And then we have a 4th fight that we're hoping that we can have some talks that night to put it together and kind of in person put the finishing touches on it. So those I can tell you for sure. That were.
All right,
I really tell you?
I whatever you want to tell me, Mike. I'll take. Right.
Exactly. Take all the beans.
I will tell you one fight. You guys at New England MMA actually were a little instrumental in kind of putting the talks together. And your rankings that you come out with, I think gets people chattering and it gets people. Trust me, I was part of your rankings panel when you first did them a few years back, and it's a thankless task putting that together, and it's long hours putting it together. So it's a tough job for you guys, but it gets the fighters talking, it gets them chattering, and overall, it sometimes it comes like in this one that we're going to announce possibly, maybe, potentially on Saturday. It came from you guys in the rankings. So shout out to you guys for putting that all together.
Nice, my man.
Yeah.
I hope my man Sahib, whose fight dropped this weekend,
right.
is one of those names. I know nothing, but I just hope that
all right,
he gets taken care of a little bit.
I ran into him Friday night.
Yep.
And
Sahib,
Sahib,
good friend of mine.
we're good. He's been on here.
Yeah.
And I want, hey, Sahib, you want to get an interview in? This was like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, right when the fight was announced.
Yep.
And he goes, no, how about we do it afterwards?
Yep.
And maybe he sensed something, but Sahib, he had the title fight coming up, and that fight fell through for him, right?
Yeah, man, it's kind of a bummer. Unfortunately, his opponent wasn't going to be able to make weight. So it's kind of like, this is such a tough thing, and I've had it happen in the past 13 years.
Oh, yeah.
Like when your opponent doesn't think he's going to make weight, do you tell him to give him the respect and try to like work it out way ahead of time? Or do you just continue to try to do it? And then at weigh-ins, when you don't make weight, then deal with it then. So like,
Yeah.
I've dealt with both schools of thoughts, and sometimes, I've had so many different varying results. Like, you tell me ahead of time 2 weeks before, hey, listen, my weight's not going the way it is. I had some personal stuff, this time, the other thing, but I'm probably going to miss weight. Usually the other team will go, dude, it's 2 weeks away. Fucking make weight.
Yeah.
And they'll take that stance.
Yeah.
Then you have other people that will be like, hey, I'm glad you told me ahead of time. Let's figure out a deal. Let's go up 5 pounds. Let's go up 3 pounds.
Yeah, catch weight.
So I think both. But in this case, the weight miss was just going to be way too much. And Anthony Offiali just was not even going to come in at the, like, even close to the weight class. Actually, the next weight class up. And, it just wasn't going to be able to happen. And shout out to Sahib and his team.
Yep.
They were willing to work, but, like, going up 10, 15 pounds, it just made no sense for him. He did offer to go in as a pro debut if no amateurs would fight him. It just, the time ran out. When you find this out about a week and a half, 2 weeks before a fight, it's not exactly easy stuff you're dealing with. So we couldn't pull it off, but I know Richie and I from Triforce, Richie Santiago, and I have been talking, and we're going to try to make it right and get him something for our November card, because I hear great things about Sahib. I hear he's a beast.
Yeah.
He's incredible talent. And I was excited about getting him on the card, and it just unfortunately didn't work out.
He's got a big following. He's definitely a great ambassador for up and coming pro.
Super athletic.
Yeah, he's going to be a great face for whoever, he makes his debut for, and whoever he ends up fighting for consistently, man. But
yeah, and CES has an October card, so maybe he'll jump on that one if if he can get on November. I don't want him to wait. So I'm a firm believer. What's best for the fighters, though. I don't want to like hoard anybody or prevent them from making opportunities. Actually, shout out to Randy Costa. So I guess I'll tell you that it's not one announcement we'll be making this weekend. Randy Costa had an incredible opportunity that came up last night with Game Bread. Things were aligning like we were going to make a big announcement for Randy for this Saturday night. But then he got this opportunity with Game Bread, and it's like, dude, I totally 100% understand. Like, we're not in the business of trying to, tie people. As you know, Steve, or if you didn't know, we don't even sign contracts with guys. Like, I'm not going to make a piece of paper make you be with me if you don't want to be fighting for us and you have opportunities to make more money or more exposure or whatever your heart desires somewhere else. We're not the type of people that are going to ever hold somebody back. So we wish Randy the best. Game Bread, big announcement today. So shout out to him. But yeah, whatever Sahib can get next, whether it's wait until November 11th, if he doesn't want to wait that long, if there's another show, we wish him the best. But I know Richie, Santiago, and I have been talking about Sahib for a long time. So we'll hope to get him in the fold at 55 for sure.
Excellent, my man. Well, Mike, let's talk fight night. Times, doors opening. Do you have the special 100 people that can get in like early?
Yeah.
Like what's going on Saturday night?
All right, perfect, because it's 9:01 and this grocery store closes at 9. So he'll come out any minute. When it does, I'll flip my camera so you guys can see him walking out.
Yeah, we could just say hi to him.
Yeah. So obviously we have the pregame bash at Second Wind Brewing at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Kind of getting you guys a little lubed up before you get to the venue. 4 o'clock, if you have one of our hall passes, this was something that we did new this year. I'm telling you right now, it's incredible because regular doors open at 5. But for just $10, you can purchase your hall pass on our website. And if you do, you get in a full hour before everybody else. So that means you cut the line. That means you get first choice of seating.
That's huge.
And it's limited to only 100 people. So whoever the first 100 are to get hall passes, again, it's only $10. You'll get in an hour before everybody. So hall pass opens at 4. Regular doors open at 5. 5:30, we have 2 incredible kids matches going on to kind of warm up the crowd as they're filling in. We have 2 girls out of Lakeville MMA doing a no-gi match. And then we have a competitor out of Max Training Center and a competitor out of Lakeville doing a match in gi, 2 boys. So we got 2 incredible kids matches kind of warming up the crowd at 5:30. And first fight starts right at 6. We got our 2 Muay Thai fights kicking off the card. Then we go right into the MMA. There's 9 amateur fights in total, 8 pro fights. Man, it's going to be a crazy night. I mean, this fight card, at top of the fight card is some incredible fights. And all throughout the card is some fun matchups. I'm sure somebody else will break them down. You don't need to hear it from me, but trust me, I think that this card is going to be like one of those cards where you come for the amateur fights because you bought your tickets from your favorite amateur fighter. And it's one that you're like, you know what? I might want to stay around for the pros. Let's stick around. This Giannetti versus Dufort fight, not just because it's ahead of the card, but I can tell you right now, like Giannetti's sold more tickets than he's ever sold. The hype on this fight is huge. And I think there's huge implications for whoever pulls this fight out. This is the type of fight that the UFC wants to see. I can tell you right now, and I always back it up receipts. I'm not one of those guys that just talk promoter talk. I have the emails from the UFC, from Sean Shelby, that's like, if you're not fighting contender caliber fighters that are on our radar at the local scene and beating them, don't even bother sending us names. Like, we don't want guys who are, their last 3 fights are against bums, and then you're like, hey, he finished the last 3 fights. Do you want him? It's like, if you're not having a couple names on there that are next level, like, worthy on your resume, don't send them. They want to see these type of fights. And we delivered it for them. And I think Sean Shelby will definitely be calling the winner of this fight. So I think this is an opportunity for us fans to see something. And I honestly think that either one of the guys, whoever loses, is still right there as one of the best.
Sure. Mike, I was going to just say that also. I said, this is, whoever wins this fight is definitely, in my eyes, and I would imagine 99% of the freaking country's eyes, and whoever follows these 2 fighters, whoever wins is going to the UFC. But as far as this matchup, it's totally different 2 styles right here. That we don't know what is gonna go on in there. I mean, we've seen we've seen, Dufort take on a dude that's like Joe in body style and stuff like that. But Joe's a different kind of fighter, man. As far as, I mean, he's on a tear, and he's home. So this fight right here, 99% of the world and country, they're going to the UFC. And if they don't, man, it's a goddamn shame. There's nothing else these two fighters can do past this point. I mean, they're fighting the best they can fight at this point right now, this fight.
Yeah, I think that there's a couple different mentalities. When guys get at this cusp, when you're 14-4, 11-4 like Dufort, who's fought in the PFL, 14-4 like JoJo, who's gone on the run he's gone on. There's guys that will rest on their laurels. They'll just kind of sit there and be like, I'll cherry pick a few easy wins because I don't want to risk too much. Because if a loss, they feel a loss when they're right there will knock them too many pegs down. This is a testament to both these guys. They're like, yeah, we're both at the cusp. We're both right there, and fuck it, we're pushing all our chips in. We're calling. We're going all in, and I think that this is a fight that both guys should be applauded for having the balls to take these type of fights against each other. And I'm sure Dufort could have maybe fought up in Canada in his home state, and asked the promoter to give him an easier fight where he could sell a bunch of tickets and beat somebody up. Same thing with Giannetti. He probably could have asked the same thing. And I think that this just shows both guys have kind of said, I've done everything there is. The only thing left to do is to beat another top prospect and show that I'm the top prospect. And we find out on Saturday night.
Well, my man, one thing about your promotion is this is definitely a win-win-win. You got two great fighters going at it in a great main event for a great title. And then, one of these guys is going to go to the UFC, and they're going to be representing Cage Titans. I mean, if it's Joe Giannetti, it'll be a better, a better storyline because he's been with Cage Titans so long. But if it's Mike, I mean, his last fight with you guys, he's your champ, and that's going to be some of the highlight blasting him into the UFC. So, Mike, I mean, it's a win-win for everyone here, man. So it's such a dynamic and great friggin' matchup, man. So congratulations again. Me in the past has, complained about fighters not, when they're at this spot, not taking fights like this that, it's going to show if they're going to hang in the UFC or just be that one and done. And this is definitely the fight that is going to show that these guys belong in the UFC more than just to be sacrificial lambs. One of these guys should get a contract to give them a chance to, hit their potential in the big league.
And I mean, I think this fight will speak volumes for the future of our local MMA scene. You see guys like even Jack Condon, 3-0, and he takes on Trevor Goody at 2-0, or I think he's either 2-0 or 3-0. But it's like so early in his career. In years past, guys would be like, "Yeah, give me another insert opponent here." Like they would take that easy route to get to like 5, 6-0, and then maybe take a test fight or a middle of the road fight. I think that this is going to be a big showing because especially if somebody gets signed off the message will be said, guys, if you take a tough fight and you can pull out a big victory, that could be your key. I think I mentioned Jack Condon because Jack Condon is another example of like, he was a guy that probably didn't have to fight a Trevor Goody in his third or fourth fight, but he did. And he's kind of a new wave that's saying, I want the toughest test. Joe Poirier is another one. He's fighting 4-4 Chris Catarino on this show. And Chris Catarino is a beast. He's fought, Jay Perrin. He's fought Lionel Young. He's fought Bellator. And here Joe Poirier is going up 10 pounds to fight a super tough veteran at that other guy's weight class. I think this is a nice breath of fresh air for us and for the fans, where these guys are really about challenging themselves at this stage. And it's nice to see.
Yeah, and you speak of Joe again, man, and it's on, less than a month's notice, jumping right back into the cage. He's got a lot to lose and a little less to gain, as far as this fight. He don't have to take this fight, but he wants more experience and, like you said, better opponents and another win on his record to propel him. Mike, you talked about, this fight and being, kind of that fight that's going to make, maybe in the future these matchups be something that's, on a regular basis, these tough matchups. You got a couple more, not to say the names, but you have a couple of more of these matchups happen in November, maybe 2 or 3 of these fighters that are on the cusp that need these challenges to get there to show the bigger leagues that they can hang and stay there. So, awesome.
I definitely, without spoiling it, you're absolutely right. Like, these guys are seeing it, and I think they're seeing the attention that they're getting. So we're kind of seeing a wave, like a changing of the tides, where guys were like, all right, cool, I want to sell to my friends and beat somebody up at a Cage Titan show, to now they're like, you know what, I want to get to the next level. I know I can do it through Cage Titans, and I want to fight some tough guys to prove that I belong at that next level. There's a whole bunch of different layers to that, but well, that's another story for another day. I love that fighters are challenging themselves. They made my job easy, because a lot of times in the past I'd have to match fights. I'd throw a name at them. They're like, no. Throw another name at them. No. Throw another name at them. No. Well, can you get me this guy? And I'm like, ugh, like, of course you want that.
He's 0-10.
Well, I'll tell you
50.
this. I 100% back and enjoy Rob Fuller. But the amount of guys who would inbox me and ask to fight Rob Fuller, and I'm just like, if that's what your opening argument is, man, come on, like, and I will give Rob every opportunity to fight for Cage Titans, because I truly enjoy him. He saves so many fights, and he comes to bang, and he comes, and he comes and he brings it, and he puts on a show, but like, if there's a certain guys, like, that will reach out, and it's like, man, let's go. Like, we're done doing this game. We're not doing this song and dance. Like, let's step up. Let's test ourselves. And if you have what it takes to get to that next level, let's prove it. And we will see on Saturday who's willing to go out there and prove it and show that they're the best, and keep that ball rolling into November.
Excellent. Well, Mike, is the half of the main event. I thought I heard some French Canadian or something voice behind you. Are they here or?
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking. So here I am. And I'm waiting at the door for him. That's not him though.
Imagine if he drove that thing out. So is he? Hey, wait a minute. Is he paying with Canadian money? Is he paying with
Loonies
American
and
money?
Toonies.
That's a great question.
Maybe they have him detained in there.
Hold on, I gotta pull up my messages to make sure he has a
Mike,
message.
Mike, why don't you just walk in there with your phone? We'll grab him live when you walk right in there with your phone.
Well, I'm pretty sure this place closed at 9, so I don't know what he's doing in there. But either way, dude, listen, are you guys obviously going to be at the show this weekend?
Oh, yeah. Tommy, you want to go?
No, I got to run around this weekend.
All right,
so.
yeah. Well, Mike, I got a message. Nick, he did mention us today about credentials. We're all going. Dylan's popping his cherry Saturday night.
Nice.
Brendan Boat said he's going to be jumping on, helping the page. I don't know what he's probably going to be my bodyguard, which I'll take. So we'll all be there in full effect. You'll get to meet Dylan and all that good stuff. I'm sure he'll be running around doing interviews, or he'll be in the back, doing that thing too.
I mean, I love it, man, and I love when people get interviews and doing that stuff in the back, because I think that stuff's important. That's what happens when you get to the next level at the UFC. They usher you out of the cage, and you go right with a microphone in your face, and I mean. People, like, we're not doing it for any other reason besides, like, that's what you're gonna be doing at the next level. So get those reps in front of the mics. I've said it before on your podcast. I've said it on my podcast. Like, the UFC wants people that can speak and promote fights. Like, it's the entertainment business. So when I hear fighters like, well, I just fight, and it's like, well, you know what? There's a little bit more to it, and you got to get the word out there, get used to talking, get used to being comfortable in front of the camera, and that's just another little thing that we like to push at Cage Titans. So it's fun. But either way, I'm excited to see you guys this weekend. I'm excited to see all the fans. Steve, we're gonna have a good time, man. We're gonna have a good time. You don't need no bodyguard.
I know. I'm just playing.
Hey, yeah. never mind. There's another question.
Hey, dude, last thing, right? So Friday night, I'm at the fights, man. This is where I get my appreciation. This is
Happy
where,
birthday, by the way.
Thanks,
I
my
think
man.
I said happy birthday.
Yeah,
but I
you
know
did. We've talked on Messenger
Yeah.
stuff. But Mike, this is where I get my kind of what pays me to make me want to do this. Friday night, I'm at the fights, man, and I'm running into people I haven't seen in a while. But, I run into a couple of fighters. They fight for Neff, and I interviewed them for the first time, and they come up, and they're like, oh, what's up? Meet me for the first time, kind of. And they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And, they kind of get a feel of how you really are, who you really are in person. What you are on social media is a little different.
Of course.
When they meet you in person, that's when they can really figure out and get a vibe on you. So I run into these guys where like, oh yeah, I give them a hug, we're talking. All of a sudden I get a whole wave of like 7, 8 fighters, young fighters, Valdina, I get I get Walter Catito and all his guys coming up. Steve, like all these young fighters and coaches coming up to me, glad to see me. And these 2 guys are right there. And I'm like, and they're laughing. I'm like, this is like this is like romper room to
This
me.
is your
These
life.
are like my kids. You know, I'm like, oh, like I just felt like so, like that's my thing. Like that's what makes me feel like I have a job here. You know what I mean? It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, man. So it's incredible. And it's fun when you get that recognition, as you tell. Like, I think that you've been grinding away for so long doing this. You're the one constant, like, that's been around in New England for how many years now? Like, we see media people pop up, come, go. They're around for a few months and they're the hot topic of the day, and then they're gone. It's like that in this sport in particular. You see that with hot promotions. Promotions will pop up. Hold on, here we go. Here he is.
Yeah.
He's finally here. We got his grocery cart. Oh, hold on. There we go.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Michael
There
Dufort.
he is.
Look at it. He's alone. He did it all by himself.
He's out by himself. Yeah, get through in the back. Way back. Back? Yeah. Should I go get it? I'll help him with his groceries.
Yeah, help him
There
out.
you go.
Just you hold the phone to him.
There you go. Hold on. I'll give you a word. You can give him a word. So this is
What do Canadians eat that we can make fun of?
He's up there. What's up, Mike?
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're on the car.
What happened?
You're on my car speaker, so I'll let him say hi when he gets in the car.
All right, and then we'll take off. But Mike, all right, get in the car or help him out. And final thing, Mike. Last thing you want to say about the show, times, anything you want to go, tickets, all that other stuff before I let you go, and we just say bye to him.
All right, man. No, man. As always, Proof 22 tomorrow for the press conference at 1:00. Tune into our Facebook and our YouTube channel. Then on Friday, we have our ceremonial weigh-ins at 1:00 on our YouTube and our Facebook channel. Saturday's fight day, man. It's all business. Thursday, 12 o'clock pregame bash at Second Wind Brewery. They've been brewing our beer for 3 years now. Do an incredible job. Go over there, meet the guys. We're going to be doing ticket giveaways, prizes. Superfan Rob Pico will be hosting the pregame bash. So go have a beer with him and have a good time. And shout out to Superfan Rob Pico. This guy he's bringing a group of 32 people, 32 front row tickets. So if you couldn't get a front row tickets because of this guy, and what he does is every show, he brings anywhere from 6 to 12 new people that have never been to a Cage Titans event because he loves being around so much that he said that he wants to bring the experience to others. So he always brings somebody new every time. And he's got a group of 12 new out of his 32 coming. So go
That's
see
crazy.
Rob Pico, show him some love.
I don't even know
at their
32
Second
people.
Wind pregame bash.
Excellent, my man. Is Michael?
And then obviously, hall pass. Get your hall pass. Doors open at 4 if you have a hall pass.
That's killer.
If not, doors at 5:00 for the regular public. First fight at 6. And then this man right here, he is in the main event.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Michael? Michael, man, did you? Hey, Mike, I got to ask you a question. Did you pay in Canadian currency or USA currency at the supermarket?
USA.
Do you have U.S. currency for Canada?
I have no.
Do they do both? Oh, you're going to exchange?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All the
Actually,
loonies and toonies.
One of your media members, Dylan, didn't Dylan interview him at PFL?
Yes, he did. Dylan's the
Yeah.
one that got me in contact with Mike, gave me all his information to get an interview with him, and I appreciate it. Dylan is going to be at the show, Michael, on Saturday night, so we'll all get a
Yeah,
word.
I know.
We'll get a word with you, my man. Hey, Michael, last thing I want to hear you say on my show is, I am not impressed by your performance. I want to hear that before you go.
I am not impressed by your performance.
He sounds just like him. Holy shit.
Hey, man.
Goodness, man.
That's fucking gold. Hey, Mike, come back on. I'll let you go.
All right.
One last thing, Michael. I know you have Spectation Sports. You want to give them a plug, anything like that, or before I let you go?
All right, perfect. So great segue. If you don't have tickets for Cage Titans this Saturday, you cannot be in Plymouth Memorial Hall. I got 2 things for you. Luckily, our friends at Spectation Sports are setting up viewing parties in and around Plymouth. Proof 22, Tavern on the Wharf, and Main Street will be showing the Cage Titans pay-per-view on their TVs.
Cool.
So if you don't have tickets or you can't get in because it's close to sold out, if not sold out, you can go to any one of the viewing parties, Main Street Sports, Proof 22, or Tavern on the Wharf. On top of that, if you want to stay from the comfort of your own home and don't want to get out, or you're out of state or out of country, perhaps, Spectation Sports got you covered. They will be streaming the entire event. Use your favorite fighter's last name in all caps as the promo code, because a portion of that purchase will go back to these fighters. As you know, at Cage Titans, we always like to give back to the guys as many different ways as possible in addition to ticket sales. So Spectation has jumped on our boat, and they give a percentage back to the fighter. So use your favorite fighter's last name, all caps. And then I have on good authority, I cannot say it officially, but as you know, the last few events, BetMGM has covered the odds where you can go on and bet live on the Cage Titans pro fights. I have on good authority that they're going to be doing it again. Wink, wink. So download that BetMGM app, maybe, if you want to. I didn't say that. If you want to bet on the fights this weekend. All right, that's it.
All right, my man. Michael, thank you so much for calling in. Hey, Mike, 2 Michaels in there,
Yep,
man.
Mike and Mike.
Hey, hey, Mr. Dufort, we'll be seeing you on Saturday night, man, doing work in there. Congratulations on a huge fight. And we can't wait to see it, man. Michael, Michael, we're going to go because I'll have you on here for another hour. You'll be talking to us on the drive home. Bye.
I'm hanging up, Bob.
Later.
Okay.
Get
Bye.
out.
Later, Mike.
That was fucking awesome, dude.
That was good.
That
Perfect.
was awesome, man.
Good.
Fucking
Pops in and out.
Yeah, fucking Mike's a good friend of mine.
Yep.
Like, doing that shit for me. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
That's cool.
Dude, that was awesome. That's
Yep.
couldn't ask for it.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, perfect.
Anything better than that. Fucking
I think he was going to say
promotional
something
fucking-
about your extracurricular activities
Yeah,
on
he
Friday
wanted to
because that's
chime
what he
in there.
stopped and
Like,
he stopped.
yeah,
He
but
said, "Oh, I'm
you
going to
know,
talk to you about later." Guarantee it was
It's
about that.
fucking excellent.
That's funny. Yeah, he's like, "Oh, never mind. Fucking we're on the air." Probably wanted.
He thought I was on my messenger with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
But you guys
well,
are at home.
with that said, that was good.
Good
Yeah,
shit.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, me too.
Get the hell out of here.
You said
Get
you're
ready
hungry.
for Saturday. That's about it. We'll be in there full effect. Fucking 5 of us.
Yep.
5 of us in
Awesome.
that place, running around like friggin' ants on sugar.
Maybe I'll
Can't
get
wait.
to the next one.
Just let me know.
Yeah.
You're always media.
Yeah, yeah.
Whenever you want to go.
Sure.
All right, my man. With that said, anything you want to say before I let you go?
Good to be back.
We'll be back next
Yeah.
week to recap
Yeah.
this.
The reason we weren't here last week is the fucking floods. Remember?
Yeah, dude.
That's
I couldn't
why.
risk it again.
No.
Because I got stuck, or it took me an hour and a half to get home
That's
from here.
nuts. Yeah, I bet it was Providence and Rhode Island and Pawtucket and all that shit was nuts.
People were like floating by
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I don't know how my little Honda got through all that. It's low, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
was
my-
like,
I got a-
"Fuck,
I got
how
the,
fuck did I get through that?
yeah.
Sorry, everyone. All right, with that said, see you Saturday night. I'll be there with the New England MMA crew, the whole crew. All right, so bye.
Good night.
Thanks, everyone. We out.